What is up, party people? It is February. It is definitely February. It is February the 5th. We are rocking out. This is our team call with Deidra Weaver. Everybody's frozen right now, so I hope that is just on my end and not on your end at all. And yeah, she's going to be talking to us today. You guys are frozen, though. It's making me nervous. It's making me nervous.
Now, I guess. So yeah, last I heard they were in Austin. They've been to Michigan. They've been like just traveling around. She was always traveling around anyway, so.
Well, yeah! Welcome!
Hey!
Craig Schmidt stole my internet. Apparently only one person can be on. He was getting his Transform 20 on that side, so I had to murder him, and now we good. Now we good. He's dead. He's dead. So we're going to go ahead and get restarted. Deidra is here. I hope you didn't already introduce yourself because I was like ready for it. You didn't, right? You didn't?
No, okay. I did not introduce myself.
Okay. So this cutie patootie, stay-at-home mom for 4 years. So you guys are going to be like freaking blown. She's a 6-star diamond coach. She was an elite coach last year. She's on the market council for St. Louis. So like I'm on the one for Kansas City. She's on the one for St. Louis. So like kind of we're rival market. I don't know if we should battle at all, but, or maybe we're like buddies and we're like linked arms. I'm not sure yet, but she is the co-founder of Divine Dynasty, a Success Club 5 all-star. So like, and also, did you see her hair at all? Anybody? Did anyone look at this woman's hair? So, anyway, so she's going to be talking to us today about how to keep it fun. And I feel like on our team, we don't struggle a ton with the fun because it is a mandatory. It's like part of the, like, it's a requirement to be a part of the team. They actually have to do this thing where they like hula hoop and they do this like dance number just to be accepted into the
initiation.
Yeah, it's kind of but they like it. So yeah, go ahead and take it away, girl. Welcome.
All right, like I'm so freaking excited, and wow, I can see my face. That's weird. But anyways, we're just gonna roll with it. I'm so excited to be here to talk to you guys and just kind of like share my heart, share a little bit of my story, and share like just some inspiration. I am very much like an open book. So I'm gonna do my spiel. I'm gonna tell you how I feel, and then feel free to interrupt me at any time. Feel free to ask questions. Like, I'm all yours, friends. So let's just go ahead and start. For this business, so I started as a discount coach. I was a stay-at-home mom struggling with postpartum, and I just needed to find something for me. And so like I joined challenge groups and I got plugged in and I found friends, and it was amazing because I was freaking proud of myself for once. Because like, let's be real, I don't know if you guys are moms, but being a mom is hard, and you like fail all the time. It doesn't matter if you like try to get your kid dressed, it's the wrong clothes. If you try to feed them food, like they don't like it. It doesn't matter if they liked it yesterday. Like you just fail all the time. So for me, getting in these groups, having that support and accountability, it was like the wins. Like I felt so proud of myself anytime I would do something like, or I would improve. And like just that start, I started as a discount and I just went from there. My coach would just challenge me, like just share your progress every now and then. Like that'll be great. And so I like coasted through this whole coaching thing, just hitting Success Club 5 like every month, just randomly, thankfully, because I had friends. And then I got caught up in the numbers because I'm a very Ruby personality. Like I'm here for the competition. Like I want to try my best. I want to be the best me there is. Like it's just who I am. So I push myself to level up in anything I do. And it's just a personality trait. But then I found I got to this point where I was so caught up in the numbers that I was like discouraged. I wanted to throw in the towel because I wasn't hitting those high numbers that everybody else was, or I wasn't doing as much as everybody else. And I just had to like reel it in and back myself up and say like, why did you start this? Like, what is your whole goal? And I started because I needed saved. I started because I needed to be happy. I started because I needed to like find this love about myself that I could be proud of. And so I think so many times as you start going through the motions, you start setting big goals, you start moving through the process, you get caught up in like what your job is. And so I just want to come in here and reiterate what your job is. Your job is not to save people's lives. Your job is not to be that person for them, to be their therapist, to pick them up when they can't, don't want to do the things. Your job is to love yourself. Your job is to take care of yourself. Your job is to show up for yourself and your happiness every single day. We just get the awesome job of being able to ask them if they want to do this. It's not on you. It's not your job to convince them. It's not your job to drag them. It's not your job to make them show up. It's your job to show up for you, have fun, and be authentic in that process. And then it's up to them if they want to follow through with that or not. Like, I think so many times for me as a leader, like I get caught up in, but these people are my challenge group and I have to save their lives. And if I don't, then I'm the worst person ever. And I'm like, no, but really, like, the whole reason you're here is to take care of yourself and find your happiness and chase down your dreams. So I just needed that gut check of like, you're here for the people, but most importantly, you're here for you because your happiness matters. So I think that's just like one of the most important things, and like things that I like to reiterate to my coaches. It's like, don't try to save people. Don't try to like do all the things for them, because you, my friend, are going to be drowning. You are going to feel like you are not enough. But if you show up for yourself every single day, being authentically you, and just from the opening intro of this call, like I can tell you guys are so unique. You're so full of energy, so full of life. And like, you just have to celebrate that. And you just have to like block out all the other opinions and like keep your eyes, like put your blinders on and keep your eyes on your track, on your happiness, on, your opinions, because nobody else's opinions of you matter. Like, what it comes down to is like what makes you happy. So just like literally that leads into the next thing is like, just be you, celebrate you. I don't care what your goals are. I don't care what you want to accomplish. I care that you cheer that on, that you embrace that you celebrate that you're willing to step up into whatever goal you have and make it happen because that's what you want, not because that's what Susie Joe down the street thinks you need to make happen. So, no, like people can literally get the results that we get from anything. Like there's millions and millions and millions of weight loss products out there. There's millions of ways to teach people how to eat. There's millions of different diets that they can try. But at the end of the day, it all comes down to one thing. The one thing that sets us apart from everybody else, and that one thing is you. That you are the missing puzzle piece. You are the one that is made to change their life through inspiration, through your happiness. Because you're making it happen for you, you are that special tool. You are the thing that literally can pick them up every single day. And it's so crazy, and it's so amazing how powerful our words are. And I'm going to share this for you because, like, I didn't realize it. Like, I'm that person, like, I just show up for me. I talk, like I post for me. When I'm talking to my stories, if you follow them, I talk to me because that's what I need to hear. That's what my heart wants. But the other, like last week, literally, I had 3 girls on the same day make a post, and they said, I show up because she said this. And one girl literally repeated my words to her. She said, she held her hand out and said, here, take my hand and I will help you. Do I remember saying that? Absolutely not. But that's what I needed in that moment. And that's what helped save her, because I was willing to put my hand out and just step up into my goals. Like, she was willing to take my hand and chase it. And then another girl had repeated what I said about the fact, like, overcoming my postpartum, how I said, like, before I was a good mom, I was a good friend. But when I'm happy, I'm the best mom. I'm the best wife. I'm the best friend. And this version of me is 100 times better than that unhappy version of me. And it's crazy how those little words, those things that you're literally telling yourself every single day can change someone else's life. So never, ever, ever try to fake it. Let's just be real. Those Instagram influencers, they're cute. They're pretty. Their feeds are awesome. Their words are so motivating. But at the end of the day, it causes so much comparison. And you're like, well, I can't do that. I can't be that person. I can't inspire 24/7 because that's just not life. Life is not rainbows and sunshine 24/7. Like, hard shit happens. But it's being able to celebrate that and being real in that and not selling something. Like, just be you, just live your life. Because if you're trying to sell something, if you're coming across as like, hey, hashtag Beachbody coach, hey, look what I'm doing, like, hey, join my group, hey, buy from me, like, they see it too. If you're not having fun, they're not going to have fun either. And the biggest compliment for me that I can get from outside people looking in are them literally saying like, your happiness and your energy is the best, because that means I'm living my best life right now. It means that I'm able to celebrate me, because when I'm not in those good mindsets, when I'm trying to fake it or trying to convince them to do a group with me, guess what? They feel that and it pushes them away. And I've had people, I live in a small community. There's a lot of coaches here. We have a lot of local people. We have coaches in our upline and our downline, like that aren't even on our team. And I've had a lot of people say like, I can't follow this person because she is so fake. She copies what this person does. And like, it's just not her. And I know that. So I just want to encourage you, like, as you're sharing in your stories, on your posts, whatever it may be you. Because if you're not being you and you're trying to be someone else, like, they can see right through that. And it's such a turnoff, and that is going to like get people running for the hills as fast as they can. So just be you and embrace who you are, because you are the thing that sets yourself apart from every other coach out there, from every other business out there. You are the missing thing. Like you're the thing that's going to change your life. So just embrace that. And of course, have fun. My team is known for our community. My team is known for like just our freaking awesome challenge groups. Like people FOMO like nobody's business to be a part of it because they feel like they're missing out. And that's what I want to encourage you. Like create that FOMO, create the community, create something that they want to be a part of. And maybe like, I know I have coaches all the time say like, well, I don't have local people and you're just lucky and I just can't do that. Don't give me that BS. Like, I'm calling your bluff, because if you want something bad enough, you're going to move your butt and you're going to create it. Like you're going to make it happen. If you want a team of badass women who love purple hair and leopard stuff, like start talking about it. Start sharing it. Be you authentically. And guess what? You're going to attract people who love purple hair and love leopard things. Like, I mean, just create right now, even if it's just you by yourself. Be that little army. Create that community, that vibe, that happiness, that excitement that you want to be a part of, because guess what? When you do that, they're going to want to be a part of that too. So stop stressing over the numbers. Stop stressing over like what I am doing, what I'm not doing. Am I doing all the things that the top coaches are doing? Like our job is simple. Our job is simple. You show up and you do the 4 vital behaviors every single day. Is it hard? Absolutely. And when you're 10xing it, it's going to be even harder. But when you show up and you have fun, when you show up and you enjoy what you're doing, when you show up and you just literally embrace who you are, where you're at, like they can see that. And that right there, that's what they want to be a part of. They don't want to be a part of something fake or something selling or you just getting them a challenge pack and piecing out. Like they want to be a part of you. They want to be a part of your circle of friends. They want to be a part of your community. So create that community for them and like let them interact with you. Ask them questions, celebrate with them, like be a part of their life so that they can be a part of yours. So that's what I have like to start. Obviously I want to open this up. I'm here for questions, for whatever, like you tell me what you want to hear.
Hey, who's bringing that fire? Who's spitting that fire? You guys have any questions? I mean, oh, Sierra. Sierra's got hands up, both of them.
Hi. Hopefully you can hear me. I don't have my headphones in.
Yep, you're good, girl.
I would like to know, since you started out as a discount coach and not as a coach, did you have any fears starting out building your own team? And how did you get over the fears of building your own team and kind of getting over any anxiety about that?
Okay, so this is great. That is an amazing question because my story is definitely one for the books. I've been a coach, like in March, it will be 4 years. As a coach, like I signed up, I was doing the things, hitting Success Club. I would miss it here and there, but not normally. And then the thing is, it took me like 11 months to even go emerald. Like, I was just so afraid to ask people to even do this with me. Why? I don't know. Like, it was literally changing my life. But I was afraid of being that girl. I was afraid of being that girl who was selling weight loss shakes on Facebook, because like so many people would post about it, and they'd say like, oh, look at those girls, you know, like I saw those comments, and those negative comments like really like hit me. But it was just taking the baby steps. Like, people who ended up just falling in love with it, they signed up for the discount, and eventually I got to emerald. Like, I don't even know how, but I got there. And then like I was like, okay, well, you know, I can make some money. Like, I could at least make money to pay back what I'm spending. Like, we can do that. I can do that. And then I spent the whole, like, pretty much my whole first year as a coach, very pregnant. So I was growing a baby, but still sharing and showing up every single day, again, for my own accountability. And that inspired people, because they're like, shit, she's pregnant and like she's doing all this stuff, and I'm sitting on my butt eating Cheetos. Like, that inspired them. So somehow I managed to get to diamond. And it's super funny, honestly, because my best friend, who's also the co-founder of our team, she ended up signing up, and she was like one of the girls that helped me get to diamond. And she told me, she's like, I'm not doing the discount. I'm not drinking your shakes. I'm not doing any of this. And now she's a freaking rock star. But it took me like 11 months to get emerald. And then it took me like 11 more to get to diamond. And then it was like this click. Once my best friend was on board and like she was in it, like she was like, okay, you know, we can do this. And like, I think I was waiting for permission, if we're being honest. I was waiting for permission from my husband. And it took him going to Summit and being at live events to actually feel and see and like have people comment and see what Beachbody actually did for him to be like, oh, okay. Because he was not a supportive spouse in the beginning. That was not his jam. He's like, oh my gosh, what are you doing? You're crazy. He literally told me, no, do not sign up. So of course, what did I do? I signed up, and then I signed him up. I mean, only logical, right? So it took me a while, but then once it clicked, and I was like, you know what? What I needed was a lot of personal development. I needed to fill my heart with a positive versus listening to the negative opinions of other people. I needed to know that I mattered. So personal development, if you're not doing it, like, sister, 2 hours a day, get it done, put on Audible, make it happen. Personal development will change your life. It will change your mindset. It will change everything. But then I waited for his permission, and I shouldn't have. But I am very much an introvert. I'm very much like a reserved person. I love being the best, but I don't want you to like bring the attention to me. Like, yeah, like pat me on the back and we'll be good. But once I had a why, I don't even remember what the challenge was. Like, maybe somebody had us make a vision board, and like we talked about why. And then one of my friends on Facebook made a post, and you're going to think it's like the craziest thing ever. But it was a post, and it was a picture. Like, she's standing in her kitchen doing her dishes, and it's a picture from the kitchen window looking out, and her family, like her husband was playing basketball with her son. And like they were literally playing basketball together. And she just, the caption was really simple. It was just like, you know, I love evenings like this. And that literally triggered me. Like, I was in tears, bawling, so mad because it was so unfair. I'm a stay-at-home mom, but the price of being a stay-at-home mom means that my spouse is gone all the freaking time. Like, he was working 16 hours a day, 7 days a week. We didn't see him at all. My middle child would literally cry, when am I going to see my dad? When am I going to see my dad? And I don't want to get emotional right now. So I'm not going to like keep harping, but you get the idea. Like, I needed a why. I needed something. And then I was like, you know what? I have a business right here in my lap, and I'm not taking advantage of it. I'm just doing the bare minimum to get by. I'm hitting Success Club 5, and then I'm piecing out. Like, I'm just doing my life. I'm not going above and beyond. I'm not 10xing it. I'm not actually trying. I'm just lucky as hell. And it was when I found a why, something that really spoke to my heart, me being able to make enough money so that my husband would not have to work overtime, so that my husband could find a job that he wanted. That is what pushed me. And from that point on, like, I teamed up with my best friend, like we started running things together. I hit 1 star in January of last year. Last year, I went from 1 star to 6 star elite. Like, shit happened because I was willing to finally stand up and fight for my dreams. I finally believed in myself enough, and I got that permission from him that I could move forward. But you see, the thing that's so sad about that is that I waited that whole time. I waited the whole time for someone else to give me permission when all I needed to do was step up into who I was meant to be, love myself, and freaking chase down my dreams so unapologetically, because this is changing my life. And I could only imagine, had I tried a little bit harder before, where I would be now. But I'm so freaking proud of how far I've come. And it all comes down to what I'm telling myself, so personal development, and what I'm fighting for. Do you have a big why? Do you have a why that literally makes you want to puke, cry? You're going to wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning and do all your shit, because if you don't, guess what? You don't get that vision. You don't get that dream. Because if you don't have a why, then of course not. You're not going to show up, because, well, everybody can lose 20 pounds with these. Like, that's not a secret. But when you lose 20 pounds, you're going to get comfortable, and then you're going to gain 20 pounds or more. And then it's just going to be a vicious cycle with the scale, a vicious cycle with your body versus you actually being the best version, like leveling the F up and being the best version of yourself to just live that happiness, live that life. So I challenge you, like, don't live in comfort, like, be better. Do what it takes so that you can grow, and don't wait for anybody else to tell you that you can. And I don't care if it's your husband. I don't care if it's your mom. I don't care if it's your best friend. Like, if they don't believe in your dreams or goals or whatever, maybe their dreams or goals and everything aren't the same as yours. That's okay. Like, you're your own person. You can dream whatever the hell you want to dream. You don't have to wait for somebody else to match that. Like, whatever happens, happens. But if you're not trying your hardest, you're just going to be stuck in a place of comfort. So I know that was long-winded, but
I like it. Who else got questions? Amy. Amy, I see you, boo.
Hey. So my story, I mean, I've been obsessed with Beachbody for ages. People are always telling me, like, that I should be doing this more. You know, definitely discount coach. Like teach Insanity Live. Like, I've done a lot of stuff. Hey, Elsha, I'm talking, so if you could be quiet, it'd be grand. But I'm a single mom with 3 kids. They're 10, 8, and 4, almost 5. And I'm a teacher, and I'm back in school finishing my master's. And I love this stuff, but I like time. I don't have it. I get up really early so I can work out. The people I've signed up are like by accident, like you were kind of saying. It's like I do it, and so people know I do it, and they'll like randomly ask me. But I mean, I would love nothing more than to build this up a bit. But like time-wise, I mean, how much time are you putting in? I mean, literally, what can I do in 20 minutes or less a day? Because it would be almost impossible for me to find 20 minutes the way my life is right now. And I try, because I'm also trying to write a book right now, because you might as well have too many things on your plate at all times. And I mean, to find 15 minutes, 20 minutes, half an hour to write, I can also not find, you know?
Right.
And so, I don't know. I mean, is there a way to build up? Because obviously once you're succeeding, then you can get more time in there. But right now, I don't know. So I'm kind of rambling, but is there a way to build on really limited? Because my time is super limited. And I've picked it apart. You know how they tell you to they're like, keep track of what you do with every minute of your day, you know? And I'll pick it apart and write it down. And man, there's just very little time wasted, you know?
For sure. So like, let me first say there's hope. Like, you can totally do this. I did it with 3 literal babies. Like, my kids are right now, their ages are 5, 4, and 2. So literally 3 babies. Like, I made it happen. And I know being a stay-at-home mom, I know everyone's like, but you're a stay-at-home mom, you have all the time in the world. Like, not true. But I think it comes down to the fact, like, yes, you can make this happen. It's just a matter of being very efficient when you sit down to work. So what I had to do in the beginning was power pockets. Like, if I had to sit on the toilet and pee or take a poop or whatever, like, okay, let's connect with some people. Like, as I'm rocking my child to sleep, okay, let's connect with some people. Crock pot recipes are going to be like your saving grace. Throw some shit in a crock pot and move on with your life. Do a 1-pan meal and like move on with your life. As that's cooking, like, take 5 minutes in the kitchen, send out some connections. Like, it's being very efficient and speedy with the time that you have. I think one bonus is that your kids are a little bit older. I know not all of them are, so don't choke me out yet, but you have some bigger kids, and it helps like just keep them busy. They can play. If they take 20 minutes to like do an art project or whatever your kids like to do, play outside in the mud, I don't know. If you can get those 20 minutes where your older kids are able to help with the younger kids, take those 20 minutes and connect like a boss. And I know they say the vital behaviors are like personal development, be a product of the product, recognize, and invite. I'm going to erase invite from that, and I'm going to say connect like a motherfucking boss, because the invites, like if you're cold inviting people, like, yeah, with the luck of the draw, eventually you're going to get somewhere. But if you're sending connections, you're getting to know your followers, you're getting to like build those relationships, you're showing up anyways. You're already doing the workouts. You're already sharing in your stories. They're going to naturally ask you because they see you doing it every single day. So if you could spend 20 minutes a day, even just connecting, and like that's your goal, you're going to send out, comment, send out messages like happy birthday, like, hey girl, I saw your vacation. How was it? Where'd you go? What'd you like? Whatever, however you want to connect. It depends on if you're on Facebook or Instagram. Then just spend your 20 minutes doing that, because that's going to be so much more effective than anything else. But I'm also going to ask you, like, this is the tough love. I'm sorry if you're not a tough love person. I'm going to ask you, what do you want out of Beachbody? Like, do you just want to be a discount coach? Or like, if you're successful, are you going to quit teaching because you're still going to school? If you're successful, are you still going to do this, that, and the other? Like, I'm very much like you, and that's why I can speak to it. Like, I'm that person. I'm going to pile all the things on the plate, because you know what? I got something to prove. I need to show that I'm enough and that I can do everything, because I matter. Like, I'm awesome. I can do it, and I'm going to show up. So you ask me to do something, I'm going to say yes, because I'm Superwoman. I'm going to make it happen. So I'm going to just be real, and I'm just going to ask you, what do you want out of Beachbody? Because this can change your life no matter, like, okay, maybe you want to be a stay-home mom and you want to end up in an RV traveling the world. Like, you can do that, but it comes with sacrifice, and it comes with weighing like your priorities, what you actually want to like do with your life. Are you taking the steps towards that, or are you just doing what society is telling you to do? And I'm not saying you in general, this is like overall you, for everybody. Are you doing what society tells you? Because that was me. I went to college, I got a degree, and then I haven't used it since, but that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to go to college, you're supposed to get married, you're supposed to have kids, and I don't regret any of that. But if I could have skipped all the whole college things, like, we would have been way better, because I'm not using that. And, you know, like, it just prolonged me. But I think that's something you have to ask yourself, like, real gut check. Like, what do you want out of coaching? Because you're already doing the hard things. You're already eating the food. You're already doing the workouts. Why not? Like, the rest is literally just having fun with it. Like, make friends. And I know it's hard being a stay-at-home mom. I feel stay-at-home mommy, like, or not stay-at-home mom, a single mom. I feel single mommy enough when my husband works. I couldn't imagine doing it 24/7. So, like, I'm not saying that what you're saying isn't valid or there's not truth there. That's 100%. Like, girl, you're doing all the things. But it comes down to, what do you want out of this, and what are you willing to sacrifice to make it happen? What are you going to do to make that happen?
All right, Amy Jo, we're going to have a follow-up conversation about that, just so you know, boo. Anybody else got questions? No? Girl, I love...
Sunan said he has a question.
Oh. What's the question?
What's your question, Sunan?
Why don't pigs fly?
Why don't pigs fly? You got that one?
I don't know. I wish they did. That would be fun. Oh, Amy, since he spoke, like, it brought something back up I want to say. Since your kids are all in your house, like, you're the head of household, you know, you guys are doing this together. Like, you're doing life together because they're the people that you have. Have you ever considered, like, making those goals as a family? Because when you can say, like, hey, like, mommy has this big goal of hitting 2-star. This is what literally I did with my family. I said, mommy has this really, really big goal with her business of hitting 2-star. But I can't do it alone. Like, don't be afraid to ask for help. And I know it's really hard, especially when you have a mindset like ours, where you want to do all the things. Ask for help. And just tell them, like, I want to be 2-star. And when I hit that, like, this is how it's going to benefit our family. Our family will be getting an $800 bonus every quarter. Like, our family will be making more money, which I can use towards, I don't know, my kid likes art, so I can put that money to special art classes for him. I can spend more money on groceries. We can have more date nights as a family. Like, I want this because it will benefit our family this way. Are you willing to work with me? Because if so, we can do this together. And when we make this happen, like, we can celebrate, like, this is what you get out of it. And just letting them be a part of that will seriously be life-changing, not only for you, I'm going to get emotional, not only for you, but for them, because it's so much, like, I think that's the thing. Like, it's so much more than just losing weight. It's literally, you can change your life, but you also can change the life for your family. They will be able, your kids will look up to you and say, like, I can do anything that I put my mind to because I saw my mom make it happen. I saw my mom hustle hard every single day, and look what she accomplished. Like, because she worked so hard, this is the life I get, and I am able to dream of doing anything I want. So I don't know.
Yeah, no, I like that a lot. It's I mean, and they know. I mean, they've been involved the whole time. I mean, when I teach classes, like, the kids were like, coming to Insanity Live. You know, I mean, they're definitely, so there's a lot. There's a lot there that I think that they could understand. So I appreciate that. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Don't let him do that. Let me make
Any other questions for our rock star guest? Nobody. You got love coming to you in the count. Oh, Sierra. Oh wait. Yep.
I want to know if you have an Instagram so I can follow your badass motivation, please.
Absolutely. My Instagram handle is dweaver fitness. Just DWEAVER fitness.
Very cool. I love how you talk about connections, and that's something that I think all of us have been finding more and more, that really the only one of the big differences between us and every other company that claims to do something similar is that theirs are based on product and we're based on relationships, right? And so if we're not leading with that relationship, it's just like everything else out there. Like, it has to be that community. So I love that you touched on that. I was just kind of curious, like, when you made the mindset shift, so as a leader, when you made the mindset shift to, like, okay, we're going for this, and you were able to get from 1-star to 6-star, that's definitely, like, you know, goals. I'd be cool with that happening. So did you change the amount of work that you were doing, or did you change the way that you were doing it? And I was also curious if you outsource, like if you use a virtual assistant, or if you have help with any of the, a lot of coaches on our team, like, they're still working full time, and they're like, how could I possibly invite more? Did you get meal prep help? Do you have a house cleaner? Like, what things did you cut out so that you could get in it?
Okay, so with the first question, I had 2 different mindset shifts within my business. It was the one where I went from Success Club numbers to changing lives. And that was a big one, like going from numbers to lives, and being able to see how I could impact an entire family and not just sell one challenge pack was a huge thing for me. And that's when I really started, like, digging into the business. When I rocked my diamond, like, I was doing the things, I was making a good income. The second mindset shift, I went from 1-star, I went to NLC. And at NLC, this is like almost a whole nother call. So brace yourselves, friends. This is going to be good. At NLC, I made that goal like pretty much a half-ass goal. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to be elite. Like, I can do that, like, because I'm very, very much recognition driven. If you do not know personality types, go figure it out, because that right there is going to change your business. Like, if you know how to talk to people, that's going to change your business. But I am very much a Ruby personality. So I was like, oh yeah, I want that title. I want that recognition. So at NLC, like, I made that half-ass goal. And then I, like, went home and were like, okay, push to diamond, push to this, like, push to summit, push to all the things. And like we had girls who were like, oh yeah, I want to do it. I want to do it. And so we would start message threads or do groups, and like we would try so many different things. And like finally there was one specific, it was a group thread. And in it, literally, I would just check in and I'd be like, hey guys, like I just want to check and make sure you sent your 10 friend requests, like 10. That's it. 10 friend requests. Or like, hey, I want to make sure you're doing your 10 messages today. 10. I had 3 different people on my team who were pushing for this big elite goal, who literally messaged me privately and said, I can't be in this. Like 2 people canceled their coaching, but like they said, I can't be in this. This is too much pressure. Like I can't push that hard. And I'm like, so I'm too much? Like I literally took it like as shit, I'm too much. Like this isn't what's meant to be. Like I shouldn't be doing this. Like I can't do this. Like I'm just going to do me. I'm rocking my business. So whatever, if they want to come along for the ride, they can. Like I'm going. And so I just kind of let go of that elite goal. Like I kind of was just like, whatever, like I'm going to get my diamonds. And I worked with them personally. And the thing about that, like popping diamonds is, again, it comes back to the personality. Like you got to know what they need. You got to know what speaks to them, what encourages them. So yeah, that's how I, like 2 of those diamonds are me, like my husband and my second business center. So that I got to that point and I listened to a call from Christina Delgado, and she literally said, like, you have to share your vision. You have to be the visionary. You are the leader. Like you have to be the person setting it out there for them. Let them know what you're pushing for, because even if you fail, they're going to see you celebrate. Ask them for help. Like ask them if they want to do this with you. Like just put it out there and share that. And so after that call, like I got the F over myself and I was like, okay, quit it. Like you said you wanted this. Look how close you are. Like, are you going to make it happen? Or are you just going to sit back and let this year pass? Like, are you going to step up into that, the dream, the goal, the desire that you wanted? Because I set the elite goal because I wanted to be in a damn test group. Like, give me elite so I can be in a test group. And like, maybe that's not, I say this because maybe that's not what's pushing you. Maybe that's not why you want to be elite. I had people who tell me like, elite's cool, but like, I just don't need that. Like, because they were afraid to go for it. And I wanted to take their thoughts personally. And I wanted to be like, well, shit, like my goal's stupid. Like I don't need to push for that because it's dumb. But you know what? It matters to me. It matters to me and it's what I want. So guess what? I need to show up for that. So I shared my heart and I told them like, y'all made me feel like I was not enough, but I'm here to tell you I am perfect and I am awesome and I am amazing and I make mistakes and I'm learning and this is all new to me. So if you want to, like, we can do this together. And I'm going to share this and I'm going to celebrate this because this is my journey and this is my business. This is my life that I'm changing, and I can't do that by being quiet. So I'm going to speak, and I'm going to talk, and if you don't like it, I'm sorry, but my dreams matter too. So I literally went live with that, and I had so many girls message me afterwards. And then every single month, as you get the elite update, I would go live in our team page, and I would say, hey, like, this girl's doing this. Like, look what she did. She accomplished this. Like, celebrating them, showing them how they mattered in this whole thing. And I told them our updates. I let them know where we were at in the rankings. Like, I celebrated all that. I bust my ass because I did not start actually pushing until probably August and November. Don't wait that long, friends. Like, don't do it. I literally had 4 or 5 girls sitting down with me on New Year's Eve. We worked until 10 p.m. and it was the most empowering thing in the world to see them show up for me. I had 3 discount coaches who out of nowhere, because I asked for help, they said, how do I hit Success Club 5? I'm going to do this for you. And they freaking showed up and they did it. And we ended New Year's Eve, literally like minutes before the cutoff. We signed that last girl under the specific person in the downline so that we could lock in that 105th point. Like, we busted our ass and we freaking deserved it. But I'm going to tell you, like, that mindset shift in saying, like, I don't care if I'm too much. This train is leaving, headed straight for my dreams, for the life that I want to live, because I am in charge. And I'm going to let nobody, whether they are on my team or not, tell me that I'm too much or tell me that I don't deserve this, because I deserve the life that I want to live, and I'm going to show up and I'm going to make it happen. So that was really long-winded, but
Hey. Love it. Yeah, you're getting claps. You got a lot of smiles. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for bringing your fire.
I'm so passionate about this. Like, I think that's the thing. That's one big thing about this is, like, I can be very authentic in this. I can be very authentic in bleeding blue. Like, I bleed blue like nobody's business because of how much it's changed me on the inside. The outside is cool. Like, looking hot, it's awesome. Like, having abs, hell yeah, but I really don't care about that. I gained like 20 pounds with 80-day obsession, and I was still freaking proud, and I was still freaking happy then, because guess what? I'm loving the life that I'm living. It's not about looks. It's not about all that other stuff. It's about loving who I am, where I'm at, and celebrating that. So I appreciate you having me speak on your call. Again, like, I'm super introverted, but I put it out in the universe this year, like, that my word is passion, that I'm going to be brave and be passionate about my purpose. And so being able to speak to you guys and overcoming those fears of, like, me being worthy enough to teach, or me being worthy enough to actually, like, matter to anybody, like, it seriously pushes me outside of my comfort zone, which in the end helps me grow. So get uncomfortable, friends.
Yeah. Let's do it. Okay, hearts up for Deidra. You guys know how this works. So we end every call with love. I'm going to do a little peace sign so that I'm not doing like a boo, like butt. Allie, where you at, boo? Cassie, little sister on the call. Allie, show yourself. All right. Oh, there she is. She's here. Hold it, guys. Hold it. It's so dark. You know what, girl? I'm going to Photoshop your ass in. It's cool. All right. We're going to, that's the best we could do. Thank you so much for being on, guys. If you are on my team, stay on, please. And I'm going to.
All right. I'll talk to you later.